All right, y'all, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you were here in the United States. And if not, I hope you had a great week. It is now officially time to start that holiday shopping. So I thought I'd go ahead and give you some of my beauty lover recommendations, things to get for the beauty lovers in your life, and things to maybe put on your list for other people to get you or to get yourself. Well, the deals are still really good for, Cyber Monday and Black Friday. Most of these things are on sale right now. I will definitely put all of the links below so that, you can find the best prices on all of the things that I am recommending. Now, usually I would be doing makeup, and you guys already know what makeup I do and don't like. I am mostly going to have recommendations that are sort of around your beauty routine, things that supplement the makeup that you already do, things like skincare, devices, things for your shower, hair care, jewelry, perfume, all of those extra things that are maybe a little easier for somebody to buy for you or to buy as stocking stuffers are good little gifts or good big gifts, nice things to have as part of a beauty routine. I am going to start with the one makeup item that I just couldn't resist because it comes in a little set. What I'm talking about is what I have on my lips today. I haven't gotten ABH glosses in a while, but I have always really, really loved them. I did notice with this set, which is available at both Ulta and Sephora, and I'm guessing probably on the ABH website as well. Formula is a little stickier than it used to be, so, or at least in these particular ones. And this is like the perfect size for me too, because there's only so much lip gloss that I use at a time. These two are good separately, they go together really, really well, but what I did notice was that the formula seems to have changed, and maybe it's just for these, or maybe it's in general. At first I was like, I don't know if, I generally don't like a sticky gloss. However, this sticky gloss is not uncomfortable and it serves a purpose. So you put this on and it doesn't go anywhere. It's kind of like it's there. And these two colors together, this is absolutely gorgeous. I do like them separately, but the best use of this is just to mix these two. Love the sort of dimensional shine you get out of it and this very, very juicy lip that you get. I'm going to put just a little bit more on because I want a little more depth here. And you can see it stays right where you stick it. The shine is incredibly intense. And I think this is such a pretty color. Really good sort of alternative holiday color, I think. It's got a little bit of that snowy, glossy color to it with the shine. But then when you add this like really sophisticated sort of like brownish color, straight up neutral. I wouldn't say it's warm or cool. So it really works with everything. And then you really cool it down with this particular sort of opal color. I'm wearing the heck out of this. It's so, so pretty. So anyway, this is the only makeup that I wanted to talk about. So we're going to go ahead and leave it at that. Let's get into some skincare. Now, I try lots of skincare. I use lots of skincare, but there are standout items that I order over and over and over again. And I put these sort of in the category of maybe something to put on your wish list or a nice set to get for somebody who doesn't know where to start and is maybe struggling with their skincare. The Olay, these are kind of expensive actually for Olay, the Olay Super Serums, and then they just added this night repair, which I am absolutely in love with. I noticed in the morning right away my skin was smoother with this because it's one of the ones where it's got, I think, it's got BHAs or AHAs. I will go ahead and put what it has up on the side of the screen. This is a great resurfacer, and it's got niacinamide, so for those of you who don't like niacinamide, these are not going to work for you. And then the Super Serum, which I have been using already, they have one of these with sunscreen too. I like to do my sunscreen separately, so I haven't tried that one. I'm sure it's fine. It's got vitamin C in it. It's basically your daytime one that has everything that you need. This is what I start with every morning, along with all of my other moisturizers and such. But these are my two base products that I think they're really pretty, and they make a nice little gift. They're not super cheap, and they are a wonderful place to start if you are looking for a very simple sort of skincare routine. You've got your day, you got your night, and then you can just add a moisturizer if you need a little bit more. But these are both very moisturizing, and I find these non-irritating. I can't handle full-on retin-A, like tretinoin, more than a couple times a week. I can use these every day. I'm not sure if this has retinol or retinaldehyde in it. I will check on that too. But what I can say is that these are very, very skin friendly. They're not causing me to get overly dry, irritated, breakouts. I just started using the night one. The day one, I have been using this for at least a year, and it's just solid. It's kind of got everything you need in it, and I think it's a really good place to start, and that's why I think it makes a really good present for either you or for somebody else who is like, I need a little something for my skincare. I feel like I'm getting rough, I'm getting textury, I'm just generally starting to look like my skin looks dull and not moisturized. These are really, really good. So I highly recommend these. Loving, especially this night serum. Like, immediately notice a difference. So definitely check these out. Along those lines, I've talked about these before. This is Dermatology. This is the needleless serum. These are on sale right now. These are expensive. And so I would put this in the category of something that's on your wish list that is nice that you wouldn't maybe normally buy for yourself. Or if you wanted to try it, you can buy these on Amazon, or you can go to the Dermatology website where they are having sales right now. So great time to give this a try. But this I use every single day whenever I travel, and I really don't have room to be taking a bunch of serums with me because, like, those Olay bottles are kind of heavy. They're nice, but they're heavy. And I just need an overall peptide, which is just going to be really, really moisturizing and soothing and sort of smoothing. The Dermatology Needleless Serum, I have rebought this so many times. This is my first step, at least at night. And when I travel, it's also my morning serum, but at night, this is what I use to really prep my skin to take a whole bunch of other stuff on top of it. And it manages to sort of like really sink in and moisturize in a way that is not sticky, it's not gross, it's not irritating, and it works really, really well with pretty much anything else I want to put on it. I have not run into anything that doesn't work well with this, not yet. So this one, years and years of use, highly recommend. It is a little bit more expensive, so when you find deals, it's good to go ahead and rebuy it if you're like me and you use it all the time. But if you're wanting to try something like this and you're feeling dull, parched, like you need some sort of peptide serum, this is my number one like recommendation for a peptide serum. So good, so moisturizing, and it feels good. It doesn't smell funny, it doesn't sting, none of that. It's just like a drink of water for your skin. It's really, really nice. Okay, now Dermatology also has the Dermatology Under Eye Luminous Eye Corrector SPF 41. Now, I should care about the SPF, but I don't really. That's not why I like this. I mean, it's a bonus, right? And it doesn't have, the SPF is not like irritating to your eyes or anything like that. I've never noticed anything. I love this very cold, flat applicator. So when it comes out, it's really good at depuffing in the morning. And then it's just got really good, I get fair, really good coverage for those really dark under eyes. It spreads out. It looks really, really natural. I actually use this as the first step underneath whatever eye concealer I'm going to be using because I have such deep dark under eyes that I kind of need a couple layers. So I use this as sort of my color corrector, and it really helps to minimize the shadows as a first level. And it goes so nicely under the eyes. It feels so good. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's nice, it's a little bougie. I constantly repurchase it because I haven't found another thing like it to take its place. And I've been trying to find some other things. If you don't have super dark under eyes like I do, you just have like medium dark, this is all you need for an under eye corrector, and it completely blends out. It's not creasy. It's really, really nice. So it's just like, it's both makeup and also eye care. It's great. So if you are taking advantage of the Dermatology deals, I would definitely pick this one up as well. Now, as I said, I have lots of skincare that I like, and normally, I mean, I have too many to recommend, so I'm really only recommending my favorites, my best, my most reused. And for this one, I've talked about it before, I love CosRX. If you are very dry and you are looking for something to give you that plump, juicy, like soaks through that dry layer of skin, the Advanced Snail 22 All-in-One, both their creams, their eye cream is one of my best. What I like about these is that they are good for both oily and dry skin, like very dry skin. They really juice up your skin, like you really feel plumper. And because it's in this squeeze bottle instead of the bucket like it used to be where you'd be like with the big long snail slug, no, gross. And I really don't like that snail sluggy stuff. The way that they make these, it minimizes that gross snaily feeling, but you still get the benefits of it. And what I really like and why I am adding this in my gift list is that they have a really nice little starter set, which is how I decided to get the bigger one that you can buy as a nice starter set. Really good for, you know, stocking stuffer, for teens, for grown-ups. I love things that have a good gift set that really gives you like a pretty good amount to try, like for a month, so you can really see if you want, you know, everything in the line or maybe just a few things. For me, my favorites has been the all-in-one cream and then the eye cream, but the nice thing is they have that nice gift set, which is a really reasonable price, and you can try all of the things to see. I'm really surprised. This eye cream goes in with some of my favorite like high-end eye creams. It's just really solid. It's really good. I mentioned that I was going to try some other devices for lifting and maybe juicing up what's sagging hair. And I mean, it's still sagging. My blood work shows that I have like 0 estrogen. So of course, everything is heading south. It's just science. That's how, you know, our biology works. I did get some PR from Amiro, and I gotta say, I really, really love this. This is the Amiro Hydro Glow Booster. It's got red light and microcurrent, and it comes with this PDRN, which is salmon DNA. We'll leave it at that. It's a serum that comes in these little guys that you put in here and you roll on your face. I was like, I don't know, sounds good. Let's give it a try. Yeah, so this thing is actually pretty strong. It has 2 main settings. You can either have it be like pretty strong where it's got the microcurrent and you can feel it like twitching and like, you know, pulling things up and stimulating collagen over time, or you can put it on a little bit lighter setting. Either way, I mean, you definitely feel this thing working. And I wasn't really sure how well, you know, it was gonna work, because it's a newer design. I was like, huh, okay. So you literally just you put one of these little booster guys in it. Serum in these, really nice. Really, really smooth. And I like it so much better than whenever you have to put, you know, usually you have to put a gel on whenever, you know, a conductive gel, and it's thick, it's goopy, and you kind of got to wash it off afterwards. This one you don't. And I find that the microcurrent that goes through this when you have that serum, because it pumps up through the top and these roll onto your face, so it's like great gua sha as well. That serum is, I think, a better conductor without it being painful, because I even tried to use this because I'm getting low on my serum and I'm gonna have to go buy some because I really like it. I tried to use normal conductive gel and it was actually more painful. So the particular serum that they use makes it a more comfortable way of getting that, you know, microcurrent in there. Any of these microcurrent devices, just so you know, you have to keep using them. And it's a bit of a temporary lift, but over a long period of time, especially with the skincare, the serum that's in here, over time, it does plump and juice up your skin. It's going to be a moderately small amount, but it's enough that I notice it and I enjoy doing this every day. And that's going to be true of any of these microcurrent devices. You know, barring going and getting surgery, everything that you do at home is going to be sort of cumulative. It's all going to help together. It's going to be subtle, but it's going to be very natural. And for a lot of us, it's enough. It's enough to keep you from feeling really saggy and really tired. And I find that it really does. I can see a difference when I use it. I actually took maybe a week off of using it. I think it was actually last week when I was having so much pain. And I noticed, I was like, why am I so, like, I had filmed something else. I'm like, I'm getting a little saggy here. And I was like, you know what? You stopped using this. Okay, so, but let me go ahead and show you a little bit of video of like how I actually use it so you can kind of see how it works. Okay, so here's the device. Here's how you charge it right here. It took me a little while to find it. Here's how you take out the serum, and you put a new one each time you use it. And it's really easy to, everything's like really smooth. And then I push it once to not only get it started, but to also get the serum to start coming out. And I just start rolling it up my face, and I go down my face progressively. Pretty much everything that I want to have pulled up, that's exactly where I roll it. And actually, I like to roll kind of hard because it gives you that gua sha. It really helps like get the puffiness out of your face. And it does sort of plump you up and bring it up, you know, just like you would like to. And it's pretty immediate. So I really like that. And when I move to the other side, I usually give it one more press because that releases just a little bit more of the serum. And usually I find that those 2 pumps that I do, that uses up all the serum in the whole thing. Before, when I started, I was pumping it too much. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's already just like, it's subtle, but it's there. It's juiced, it's up, and it looks so much better. But anyway, I was using too much of the serum and it was making a mess. So that picture right there is where I kind of started, and you can see by my mouth there's more sagging. So that was probably a month ago, and I've been using it, and the result I'm getting is that very slowly my jawline and these side areas here are getting to be a little more plump, a little more raised. Again, it's going to be subtle, but I really like using this. I absolutely love the results that I actually get with this. I do have some other microcurrent devices that I am testing out, and although I like them, I find them a bit painful and I have to use that gel. And I've found that that is a blocking function for me. I won't do it. This innovative, it's cold. This basically, it's like a gua sha. This works so well. I mean, you just get, even if you didn't have it on, it is so good at sort of lymphatic drainage and just moving, you know, a bunch of squishy old skin back where it needs to be. And the more you do that, the more it stays that way. So I find this just sort of a win-win-win. It's really nice to use. It's very comfortable. And just popping one of these little serums in that you don't have to wash off, that feels really nice on your skin and is actually helping your skin over time. I find that much easier to use in the mornings after my red light than the gels, because I have had those other current, I have all of the big current devices, the ones that are supposed to be really good. I won't use them, and like it's been years, and it's like, this actually I will use. So they have really good sales on right now. I will put everything down in the link so you can get the best price available. This one I do recommend if those other kind of situations are same as me, where you're just like, yeah, I have those, but I don't actually use it, or I tried it once and I just don't like it, or it's too strong, especially with that serum in it. It's still strong, and it has the lighter setting and the higher setting. Like, I have to watch it, like right here, it will pick up like the nerves in my teeth. So I mean, it's strong, it works. But it is much more comfortable for me, much more comfortable than a lot of the other ones, and it's still effective. So I gotta say, really, really happy with this. And if you are looking for something a little bit different, but that gives you that same sort of lift and, you know, lymphatic drainage and sort of, it's like a super gua sha, plus you get the skincare. I highly recommend you try this out. So I'm really, really happy with this. And I think the price is really reasonable. Perfect for gifting. Now, along those same lines, skincare that is sort of like giftable, because it's a bigger purchase, still really great prices. I have to say, so I have the Current Body, which goes underneath your chin. I do like that. It goes over your lips, and that's really good for if you feel like lips is your area, like you have lines and stuff. My problem is that I like to drink coffee in the morning while I am doing this, and I can't get the coffee through the stupid little lips on the Current Body. So although I like the Current Body, it's really good. I know it's really, really popular. Because of the way I use things, I went back to this one, the INIA mask that I talked about a couple months ago. This one is still my favorite, and I see results with it, and it's the most comfortable for me. It's super lightweight, like the little remote. You have to charge it every couple days, not a big deal. If you are looking for just a really easy to use mask that gets good results with a really good price, I still recommend the INIA mask. And this is great for gifting as well, even if it's just for yourself. Here are just some small things that I think make really good stocking stuffers that are sort of skincare related. I have been using these for years, and these particular ones are the Erase Your Face ones. These microfiber cloths for removing makeup, because obviously I'm someone who wears a lot of makeup. I need to double cleanse, and I need something that really gets it all off, especially, you know, I don't usually wear false eyelashes. I use a lot of mascara to get that look. I need something that can take that off. Technically, you can use these with just warm water to take a lot of your makeup off. That's not going to work for me, but you do. I mean, it would take you longer, but you could. I have been, you know, in tight situations, and I have used it sort of that way. These are best used with, you know, obviously cleansers, but these do such a good job. And I have smaller ones that I travel with. I like these longer ones. I think they just do a better job. They allow you to really use all the different areas to get everything off. So you can really work on your eyes, on these, like on this side. And then by the time you get to the rest of your face, you swap it over and you use those two sides. I love these. The microfiber on these particular ones, some of them are too slick. This one is just right. That's why I like these ones. If you don't want to mess up, you know, your washcloths, if you feel like you're just not getting your face clean enough, these are really not expensive. Great stocking stuffer, especially if you have teens and they're making a mess out of all of your towels. These are really, really good for that. Let's talk about some brushes, because good brushes can be expensive. I have tons and tons of cheap brushes. There is a difference. It is one of those things that I think is actually worth spending a little bit of money on, but not, I don't know. Sometimes the brush sets, if you just get a whole bunch of brushes, you're buying more than what you're actually going to use, and you'll find that you spent money on things that sit around and maybe aren't your favorite. I have to say, the Sigma F80, I know I have talked about it in like half of my videos, but it's a really good gift to you or to somebody else. It is my foundation brush. I don't use any other foundation brushes, and I have tried all of the expensive ones. I have tried this one. I actually like for last minute sort of pouncing things in. It's not my favorite for actually applying the foundation. This one just is so airbrushy, and it's just got the right density and the right amount. It's soft, and it's just right, and it has been for years. I've got all of the BK Beauty ones. Those are all on sale right now. BK Beauty has wonderful brushes. Love these. But their foundation brush, the 101, which is one of the most popular ones, it's just a little too large for the way that I like it. And also, their bristles are so soft. So it really depends on how you like it. So don't get me wrong, I absolutely love these. But I find that this is too big. I want to get around the eyes. I want to get in these areas for foundation application for me. And they do have smaller ones, but the softness of the bristles, while that's really nice for, like, my favorite powder brushes are actually the BK brushes. I use these two, and I'll put up the numbers because I can't see them. These two are my favorite powder brushes. I use these every day. You've got this slightly tapered one, and I like them because they are soft yet dense. This one is my favorite for under eyes. And then this one is my favorite. It's more like a round, but also a little more like dense, solid. It's a great powder puff for pushing into all of the areas where you have like maybe some texture and you want to fill in the pores. I love this one. It's really, really good. If you have to pick one that is just absolutely the best for foundation application. And a lot of times these go on sale. You can get these on Amazon. You can get them on the Sigma site. The F80 is my absolute favorite. Now, I know I just said that I don't like to pick up brush sets. However, I have had my eye on these Refer brushes for the eyes, for eyeshadow. And normally they're like $91, $96. And I was like, whew, well, that's going on my Christmas list because that's definitely in gift territory. I don't know if I'm going to buy myself that. Well, Black Friday sales on Amazon, this set is like more like $65. Still very expensive. However, finally got me to go ahead and give these a try. And I am not disappointed. So they use goat hair, and I have to say, like, the way that they pick up eyeshadow, and you'll see how I'm using it, and how they blend it out is superior. The big thing I noticed with these is you don't get so much fallout because it holds on to that pigment and then it places it where it's supposed to be. These are amazing. So if you have been wanting to try Refer, because I mean, I think Refer is pretty well known as being really, really good, nice brushes, and they were packed so beautifully. I mean, look at this. This is a really nice gift set, and I use every single one of these. The look that I have today, I used all of these to get. These are a pleasure to work with. Really nice brushes are a luxury item. They're so nice, and having them be on sale, I think that made it definitely worth it. And then I think it's really giftable because of the way it came wrapped, and it was very pretty. It was very bougie. It was very nice. This would make a beautiful gift for somebody who knows what these are, right? So definitely recommend taking advantage of this deal while it's still there. Now, speaking of brushes, I saw on the BK Beauty site that they had these lovely, this is not theirs. This is a dupe for it. They have these brush holders. Let me go ahead and put these in there for travel. And it came with one of the, I think, Angie sets. Problem is I already have that Angie set, so I didn't need to buy the whole like thing just to get this. So I went looking on Amazon, and guess what? They totally have these. I love these. These are another good stocking stuffer. So for travel, it actually will hold all of your brushes. So even your big brushes, and you know, zip it up. It's nice. It's like a silicone thing. And the nice thing is it fits in my beauty bag, but it also stands up. So sorry, I can't show you. Ooh, there we go. It stands on its own, which is really nice. So whenever you are actually there and you have everything out, which I always do, I unload my whole like beauty bag so that I can actually do my makeup and I can see everything kind of like I do at home, but it's always a mess. My brushes in particular are rolling everywhere. Well, this thing rolls down and you can just have it like that so that you can grab your brushes out just like you do at home if you keep them in cups like I do. So I thought this was great. They have a million different colors, a really good deal. It's such a simple but like totally works idea, and I like the colors, and it's great. I love it. So, and it fits in the bag that I'm going to show you. I don't have this bag in my hot little hands right at the moment. I am waiting for it to show up. I'm actually going to see, and I will insert some more video here if I can find a replacement that can get here sooner, because I ordered this off of Instagram from Petition, and it's perfect from what I can see, but it has not, I mean, it's like on its way to me here, but it came, I mean, across oceans of time to get to me, and it still isn't here yet. So, very excited to see it when it gets here, because I love that it opens all the way up again, so I don't have to take everything out of my makeup bag to get to it. I can just flop it open and it stays organized. I did find these on Amazon, and I think that they work the same way and you don't have to wait a million years. So as soon as this thing arrives, I will go ahead and put in some extra video here to show you how it works. Okay, well, so the Petition bag still hasn't shown up, and I got to get this video up. So this is the Amazon bag. Look at the really nice finish on this. You know, it's faux suede, but it's actually quite nice. Perfect size. It opens up just like the other one does. Lots of storage in here, so I can put, powder. I can put a little bit taller things that, will be standing up. Anything that I don't want to spill can go in this little nice zipper pouch. It's just really, I mean, honestly, for around $20, the quality of this is really nice. The zipper is really, a good solid zipper. Nothing feels flimsy about this at all. I was actually frankly shocked when this showed up that the outside was so bougie feeling. It's so nice. I know that this should fit in there, and it should be a really nice way to travel since I'm having to travel a little bit more with my son being down in Texas. So I am trying to make things a little easier on myself, and I think that things like this, they're not too expensive and they make really cute, really nice gifts. Definitely recommend that you check both of these out if you find yourself sort of in the same predicament as I usually do. There's no reason to. They have much better organizational and nice compact ways of getting all of your makeup desk stuff to your bathroom somewhere far away with you in a way that is not such a pain in the butt to use. Okay, this is a weird little thing. However, I got this in PR like a million years ago. I use this all the time. I'm like, wait a minute, why am I not telling people about this? This is the Sigma Switch. I'm sure there are probably other knockoff ones, but I will say I use the Switch and it works really great. It is perfect for when you are trying to use a ton of different eyeshadows, like me, especially sparkly ones or dark ones, and you need to clean your brush in between. It takes it right off, and it's got all of these different textures, which can work really well for like if one's not working for you to get stuff off of a brush, try a different one, and then it's really easy to just clean. You could even throw this in the dishwasher if you wanted to. I don't. I actually have not cleaned it in quite a while. It needs a cleaning. It's one of those silly little tools that it's like, oh, I don't know, like would I pick that up for myself? Probably not, but now that I have one, I have to tell you guys about it because it is something I use every single day. It just sits over here and it helps me switch between all of the different, because I'm constantly working with different eye looks and different eyeshadows and trying new things. And this is so much easier and it elongates the amount of time before I need to wash my brushes, my eye brushes. It can knock out most of that dry eyeshadow for me so that I don't have to wash my brushes near as much. So good little stocking stuffer, really easy. You can get on Amazon or on Sigma's website. Speaking of brush cleaning, again, kind of a stocking stuffer type of a thing, or for teens who don't clean their brushes, or for adults that don't clean their brushes very much. I'm really bad about cleaning my brushes. This has made me better about it. So this is the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner Kit. It's like the very starter one. Not too expensive. It comes with a little thing. You just put it in there, swirl. I'll show you how you do it. It literally just melts the makeup right out of your brushes. Now, you could do it on paper towel. I have some crappy old towels that I use, and then I just throw them in the wash. This gets your makeup brushes so clean and it leaves them with this kind of nice scent to it as well. So if you don't like scented stuff, it is scented, but I find it actually very, very pleasant. It's very nice. What is this? Probably going to kill some brain cells. It just smells clean. I don't know. Clean, maybe a little sweet. Does not leave my brushes like clumpy or stiff. Sometimes the soaps I would use to clean my brushes would leave the bristles sort of stuck together. This never does that. And it is like magic. It's really satisfying to use to get out of stuff. And it's one of those sort of, another one of those things where you're like, would you buy it for yourself? Did you think to get it? But once you do have it, you're like, oh my gosh, that makes my life so much easier. Good gift for somebody who is into makeup. I like all the gifts to be sort of makeup adjacent. It's all of those things that, aside from the actual makeup, you might not buy for yourself, so they make good gifts for other people. It's like helping them do their hobby, helping them make easier doing their makeup, cleaning up afterwards. It just makes their life a little easier, and it's one of those things that this I'm going to use for until something better comes along. This has been getting me to actually clean my brushes, and it kind of makes it fun. And because it's sort of magic the way everything comes out, and you're just like, wow, it just keeps coming out, and it's just so easy to do. Now I'm being better about cleaning my brushes, and I kind of look forward to it. I get like a little pile going, and then I'm like, it's brush cleaning day. And yeah, and it's not too expensive. So if you haven't tried this and you are bad about cleaning your brushes like me, this is a great little gift. Good stocking stuffer. I'm not a big perfume person because most of the scents that are super popular and the scents that you find in the stores, they all kind of smell the same to me, and a lot of them are bergamot heavy, which I absolutely hate the smell of bergamot. A lot of those are not for me. They are kind of headache inducing. So I really only like very fruity tart smells. I like spicy sort of cardamom-y smells. I do like vanilla, but it can't be like a sickly vanilla. A lot of the popular vanillas, you know, your Fleurs, any of the Kaoli ones, they just like instant headache, make me feel a little bit sick. So none of those are for me. However, I had been seeing these Tokyo Milk ones on Amazon mostly because that's the only place I can find to get them other than their actual website. And I really like a lot of the scents. They have this gift set, and I did want to sort of recommend it because it's really, really giftable. It's really got some nice scents in it. And I like that these aren't too strong. They're strong enough, but they're not like some of the department store type ones or the ones you find at Sephora. I know people want staying power, but for me, that is a headache. And I can't do that. I would rather have a hint of a smell. I enjoy putting it on right when I put it on. These are really nice. So it comes in a set of 6. So there's definitely a little bit of everything. There's very sort of marshmallowy, vanilla flavors in there, but they also have this gin and rose water smell. Something about this, and I'm not like a rose person at all, something about this is absolutely lovely to me. It smells so fresh and good to me. So this is 12, gin and rose water. It's almost like orange peel, but it's more complicated than that. And I absolutely love this. And let's see, this is 11 Let Them Eat cake. So definitely going to be sweeter. It's sweet, but not nauseatingly so. It's definitely sort of vanilla, sweet marshmallow scent. And then this one, 09 Kabuki. Even sweeter, but in a way that I like. It reminds me a little bit of some of the popular Kilian ones, which I do like. I like the one that smells, people will probably be horrified that I say this, but I think it smells like root beer. I think it's Love Don't Be Shy, but I can't remember. I have like a little sampler thing of it, and I like it, but it's one of those ones that's a bit too strong, so I don't wear it that much. This is like a much lighter version of it that I really like. This one I would definitely give to maybe a teen, or somebody who, if you're like me, where you don't like super strong stuff. The packaging, the cool aesthetic of it, I mean, it is really, really giftable. Really, really like it. So if you haven't tried any of those, it's a great intro starter set for somebody who is not a lover of the traditional sort of heady, very, very floral, bergamoty, you know, musky scents. These are a little more fresh and sweet. I find them a lot more refreshing. It's something I can wear every day where it doesn't give me a headache, and I really like it. For me, if I had to pick one, it's that rose and gin water. I love it. So thought I would recommend one of those just because the gift set is so nice. It's a great way to try all of the different scents. Okay, so let's move on to hair because there's a lot of like gift sets and products that I really like in the Oribe line that are so expensive. Because they are so nice and so expensive, they're very giftable. They're also something that's really nice to put on your list that is like, hey, this is something I really like. It's a treat for me. It is more expensive if you want to give it to me as a gift. It's not like just giving me shampoo. You know, this is a really nice hair mask or set. So I have to say, I've tried a million different things. I like hair sauce. I like, you know, all of the sort of high-end ones. I think they're all pretty good, but the one that is just a standout for me is Oribe. Two different ones, so Super Shine. I've been using this Super Shine moisturizing cream in my hair after I take a shower as sort of my moisturizing and shiny cream, and it's also a heat protector, I believe, but I usually use another heat protector as well. These have a little set, and I've used the shampoo, conditioner, and the hair mask. I've used kind of everything in this line, and they do have a really good set that is a great intro to it. So if you have hair that you want to be a little less frizzy, a little more shiny, if you have thicker hair, the Shine series is really good, and I definitely recommend the little set that you can get. These are just really good. You can use them just to travel too, but it's more like it'd be really nice as a way to try these out because they're really, really nice. Now, my number one favorite hair mask is the Oribe Gold Lust Transformative Mask. This one. They have a conditioner. It is also very good. And they do have sets in this line, the Oribe Gold. Those are also good. So if you want to try something like that, definitely, but they don't have any sets that have the hair mask in it. This hair mask is like $66. I think it might be on sale right now. It does go on sale, but I mean, there's a lot of Black Friday sales right now. So if you wanted to try this, this is my number one. I know Angie, Hot and Flashy, she also loves this. It's because it's so good. I found some that are kind of close. Verb has their Ghost Primer one. That one's pretty close to this, and it's about half the price. It's still not as good as this. So I consider this to be very giftable. I certainly would ask for it and put it on my list. So I use Amazon points because I have an Amazon Prime credit card. I rack up points for, I get my groceries on Amazon because it's actually cheaper than my local grocery stores around here. So I managed to rack up enough points on there that I get basically Amazon money. Like it's like gift card money. And so I will buy something nice like that for myself with those points. But if you don't have that and you wanted to ask for something that was really like a really nice bougie thing for your hair that works so well, I have to say that is the number one best. And since it's a treat, I think it's a good thing to put on a gift list or to gift to somebody else who wants that sort of like salon quality hair care. It's so nice. Now, when you have hair as long as mine and as naturally frizzy and curly as mine, which you wouldn't know because I usually style it, I look like Merida. That's my natural form. I don't care for that. When I was younger, it was a little less frizzy and I could just let my waves go and it was really pretty that way. As I've gotten older, it's just a frizz mass and it's just not cute. So I need good tools. And if you have thicker hair like me, redheads actually have thicker hair strands. They're a little more wiry and just really hard to manage. High heat. So up in the 400s is what you need to manage that. And the Tymo stylers actually get the job done. So I have actually had a whole bunch of these stylers, but they just came out with a new one. And it's like a 2-in-1. And so far, I love it. I'm going to go ahead and show you me using it over here. This takes me from frizzy to straight so well. Now, the glove that I have on, I actually got from a previous one. It didn't come with a glove. I think it's really handy to have a glove because your hair gets so hot that when you go to touch it, when you're running things through, you'll burn your hand. So my hair can take that. It does have lighter settings, so if you have thinner hair or hair that just can't handle those high temperatures, you can go much lower, but this one goes up to 410. And this guy here, a lot of times these kind of catch and drag. This is almost too loose, but it's not, right? I just have to change how I work with it. It just goes right through your hair. So you don't get that like snagging, dragging, any of that stuff. And it's good and hot. So you get a really good, shiny, straight result out of this. And you'll see I even managed to like curl it on the ends with this. So this is their brand new version. I like all of their versions with these because I think it's one of the best ways to really get your hair straight, especially if you have really wiry, frizzy, curly hair. This sort of method of doing it works really well with the sort of comb. It's a lot easier than trying to use a flat iron, which I've used for years. But it does have, like, for your finishing, and that's how I was. That's what I was doing before. Is I would use just this part, and then I would go back at the very end with another tool that was like a flat iron or a curling iron, and I would just do that final little, like, flattening it out. This all in one. It's right there for you, really reasonable price, and this is working so good for me. I'm really impressed with how shiny this gets my hair. So highly recommend you check these out. This is sort of hair adjacent, but it's actually the shower, and this is a great little upgrade if you haven't tried these yet. I get these off of Amazon. I actually started in my kids' bathroom, placing any of the old holders that I had. In our shower, we had like one of those pole shower sort of holders where it, like, you know, goes to the ceiling, to the ground, and then it's got some stuff, you know, where you can put things on it, because we have a very old house and a very old shower, and it has no nooks for anything. So, you know, you have to add your shower storage. For years, I've had this nasty, stupid pole thing going on, and it just, I don't know, I just never liked it. I always felt like it was sort of like hanging out, and it would gather disgusting stuff at the bottom. These work so well, and everything seems so much more compact, yet it holds so much more. They just literally, I mean, you go ahead and clean your wall real good and dry it off, and you literally just stick these suckers right to the wall. They have all kinds of different versions of these. These were the ones that I thought would work best for our shower. They hold up. The ones I put in my kids' shower have been in there for a year, and nothing has, like, come down. And I mean, and they're just loaded up with heavy stuff. They get abused constantly. I just added these ones to our shower. I was like, why was I waiting? You know, like, I know they were working really well in the kids' shower. Why didn't I just do this before? Well, at any rate, I just did it, and I think they look great. They work great. And it's a great little sort of gift for somebody who already has everything but might need something that is an upgrade in the shower. So I don't know, it's shower storage. It's not sexy, but I was really excited when I got it and I started using it, because it made my shower life so much easier. All of my products are now, like, nicely organized and easy to see. And before, they were all sort of jumbled up on different levels, and then I'd have to go digging through them, and I didn't have a place to hang my razor, and, like, everything is very thoughtfully planned out, and you can just sort of design it and put it where you want. There's a separate little side one just for my husband's stuff, because he was like, because I have so much crap in there, right? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I know, but, you know, this takes a lot of work and a lot of products. So don't complain. But it is nice that he now has his own little section, and there's plenty of room, and he doesn't have to go digging through all of my stuff. So anyway, thought I'd mention it. And finally, let's talk about one of my favorite gifts, which is jewelry. I love jewelry. I love silver in particular. I saw years ago on Breaking Bad, Skylar, if you're familiar, had one of these bracelets, and I was like, what is that? I must have that. So I went searching, and you can find on Amazon Sergio Gutierrez. I know I'm murdering that. I am so sorry. I absolutely love his jewelry. It's all sort of like this. It is not cheap, but this is a beautiful gift. They call it liquid metal, and they are so soft and so comfortable to wear. They're heavy, which I like, actually. I did get some of his earrings. They're too heavy for my ears. They'd be like, so I don't necessarily recommend the earrings, but he has just about every different style of bracelet that you could possibly want. I found them on Amazon. They are a lovely gift. Here's one that is sort of a smaller one, but I do get asked a lot when I wear this one. I think this big cuff is probably my favorite, but I love this one too, this sort of black one. Just depends on what I'm wearing. I have more of these, but these are probably my favorite ones that I wear all the time. Highly recommend these if you are looking for this kind of look. And I get asked all the time, so I figured I'd just go ahead and put the links, let you guys know who the artist is. And this is something that if you want to put this on your list, or if you want something special to give to somebody else who you know would like that style, They're real nice. He used to sell his stuff at Something Silver. I don't even know if Something Silver is around anymore. Where I find them is on Amazon, but there may be other places too. That's just the only place that I've been able to find them. And they've been there for years, so they must be still doing pretty decent business just through Amazon. So if you have had your eye on something like this, I highly recommend these. And I do have, one of my friends got me a cheaper version of it, sort of a knockoff, and it was really pretty good too, but it did tarnish, and these have not. You know, these are like really, really nice. For gifts, I mean, they're real nice. Finally, these are not too expensive and very giftable, and this is something that I usually get a new set every Christmas, whatever colors I don't have. And I do get asked about these all the time whenever I'm wearing them on camera. So these are just, I mean, they're glass and silver, and they are so sparkly and so pretty. I think they are just as nice as high end, and I get these on Amazon. They are so, so pretty. I just keep collecting all the different colors so that I have something to wear with every outfit. Now I did get a necklace, but I think it actually may be down at the front door to match some of these. I will insert some B-roll so that you can see what that looks like, because I don't have it here right when I'm filming, unfortunately. But it's the same sort of thing, where it should be like this cushion cut and then, you know, matching the earrings, but, you know, on a necklace instead. These are really comfortable. They're not too heavy. One of the things I like about them is the clasp keeps them from falling out and I don't lose them, and it's nice. Sometimes the huggy ones are too thick and they hurt my ears. These have a nice thin little wire, and they're very, very comfortable and just maximum sparkle. Now these are from Pandora from like years and years ago. I can't even find them anymore. I can't even find them like on eBay or anything like that. These are some of my absolute favorites. But I can't, I always get questions. I have a matching necklace to it and a matching ring. Gorgeous. This is one of my favorite colors, kind of the theme of the video today. But unfortunately, I can't share that because I can't find them. I would love to be able to find more like this. I really wish Pandora had more like in that style. They kind of went off in a different direction that doesn't really suit me at all. But any of these are definitely very gift worthy and so sparkly and pretty. And they don't tarnish. They stay really sparkly if you just rub them a little bit, if they got too many fingerprints on them. I always get questions about these, so I think these make great gifts because it's one of those things you open up and you're like, ooh, that's pretty, if you are insane for sparkles like I am. So I know, I'm like one of those birds that like goes and collects sparkly things. I don't know, I just like them. So I think these are really nice. Okay, that's it. I know that was a huge amount of things, but I kind of wanted to give you a whole range of things that could work for gifts for you or gifts for other people who are all, you know, beauty lovers, because if you're here watching me, you're probably a beauty lover or you know somebody who is. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you found something in here that you don't already have, or that somebody else might really, really like. It's kind of hard to buy beauty stuff for other people because it is so specific. You know, everybody has their things that they like, especially in makeup. It's nice to have some of these sort of beauty adjacent things that are going to work for a lot of people that if they don't already have, which a lot of people might not have these things because they're sort of specific things that are just things that you might not already think about, or if it's, you know, newer to the market, like the Hydroglow Booster, things that, you know, in skincare are really, really effective and nice and not too expensive because they're on sale right now. Those are really, really good gifts to give and to receive. This is at least, I think, a good collection of things that you might find something in there that you're like, that might work for whoever I know, or you know what, I don't have that, that's going on my list. So hopefully this was helpful and you are having a wonderful day, and this will be helpful in your future shopping for the upcoming holidays. I'll see you in the next video.